What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Stick of the Plan podcast. I got an echo, but I'll fix it.
I figured you might.
Yeah, I'm Kevin. We're here with Russ.
You sound like a robot. I think
know.
I sound pretty good.
I don't know why I was doing that.
I think your Lance Griffin show started you off that way a little bit.
Yeah.
You were scrambling around.
That was a whole different issue, actually. But yeah.
I hear you recovered well.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was one of the worst shows I've ever done, but that's just because I'm hypercritical. Oh, that's what's going on. We're going through just fine. I'm going to be fixing a couple
probably
things
echoey on that side, but echo's better than nothing, right? But anyways,
yeah.
Hi Kevin, how are you? It's Monday already.
It is a Monday already.
So last week was all screwed up for the Stick to the Plan podcast, and part of that was my fault. Okay. Okay. What happened as we approached Tuesday in our special time and date with Lance Griffin, 10xvotes.com, I went, wait, I can't do that show because I have a township meeting.
Right.
So I called you and you're like, hey, I'll just do it myself, which you know all about 10x votes.
Yeah.
And I offered maybe Chris Baird to do it or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it would be fine. Literally, when I walked in, I turned on the computer like I always do, and none of the monitors would work. I had to literally do like impromptu surgery. It was insane.
So, well, anyways, going back to last week, I couldn't be on the show. Kevin handled it with Lance from 10xvotes.com. He did the show, and then he went out that Tuesday and did the Ignite the Impact Precinct Delegate 10X event here. By the way, very well attended.
I'm sure.
Lance rocked it. He made everybody pull out their phone, download 10X votes, and pick 10 people.
Yeah, we did that on the air, and I just, it totally slipped my mind. I couldn't think of anyone to look up because most of the people in my inner circle, like you and Grandma, Patty and stuff, they're not going to be on there because you're voting. We did look up Kevin Kiewski though.
Oh, did you?
He's on there.
I heard that he was,
and I think that was a little stab from 10X from Lance because it was like
he almost didn't have to go there. The guy already lost, so
yeah. Well, I mean, but the thing is he helped me out a ton.
Good point.
I couldn't think of anybody.
You had a statewide candidate running for attorney general who was a low propensity voter.
Yeah, and he was just barely was.
By the way, Doug Lloyd is not a low propensity voter.
I believe it. We didn't look him up. I didn't need to.
By the way, he cleaned it up. I had heard several times before from Lance that there are county chairs that are low propensity voters, and I always thought that was fascinating because I am not.
No, that's the thing is we don't know low propensity.
I brought
voters.
It up at the Ignite the Impact event, and he says, though, there's 83 counties. Some of them are very rural. And the county chair got sick or died or quit or whatever, and they found the lady down the street who would fill in to do it. And you know what? she's a low propensity voter.
Yeah, that's kind of what he was talking about the voter guides they're putting out, and he had mentioned something like
so.
that.
I mean, it happens. 83 counties. Let me tell you, get some of these super rural counties. You're lucky there even is a county chair. But still, you would think, or but that's how deep they can check on you.
Yeah,
they can tell your voting record. They can't tell who you voted for, but we sure can tell when you voted.
Yep.
And
I'll tell you what, the last 4 election cycles, was it 2016 till
no,
the most recent? Yeah.
No. So, but anyways, since we're on it, I encourage everybody to just Google 10xvotes.com.
Mm-hmm.
Push the button. It comes right up. It is super easy to
It is really
log
simple.
on. Ask your name, and I think a login.
Yeah,
but you don't have to remember it.
Yeah, your name, your password. It's just an email, and then it's going to ask for your phone number and your address, just so it knows your area.
And then once you're on, it's simple.
Oh yeah.
If you start with your neighborhood, your address, and you see these red dots, and that's people who are low propensity voters.
Yeah.
And then you can expand it out to, people that your grandma, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, and find out what losers they are.
Yeah, right.
And haven't been voting.
Do you know what's gold? Because I couldn't think of anyone to look up personally, but then I was trying to think of places, like areas to look. I typed in the Springport Glen apartment address.
Oh, probably a bunch.
Well, it's a few, but then Granada, I think the little bubble said 124.
So I would think in Granada that there that many Republicans, known Republicans that could be considered low propensity, because that means they must have voted for a Republican somewhere.
Yeah.
Since 2016, you can put them on that chart.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what it is. I think it's a lot of younger people that voted once and then just never voted again.
This is what's going to happen in my neighborhood with 10X. You're going to go to the door, and you know the last name, but you don't know the first name. Mm-hmm. And they got their college-age students' address there.
Right.
And mom and dad have been voting. Mm-hmm. But daughter Jessica, whatever the name might be, she voted once and she hasn't been voting regularly, and you're knocking on the door. That's the low propensity voter sometimes.
Yeah, good point.
At those addresses.
Yeah.
But that's still fine. You can still track them down. I think the key here mostly in my category would be family members or direct friends that I know, like the guy that runs around with the Trump bumper sticker.
Well, that's what I think that's what it's designed for. So you're not making a cold approach.
Sure.
You're not just knocking on some stranger's door.
It's a genius idea.
It is great.
It is. And the money they must have sunk into that.
Oh my gosh.
The Drews. Oh man.
And the work that what did he say? 30,000 people, and he's close. He wanted to recruit 30,000 people to use or something. And he's close. He's what he said.
Oh yeah, he wants to confirm 30,000 people logging on and picking out 10.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he hasn't there, but he's partway there.
Yeah.
Now, he told me he's not 10X right now isn't paying him to run around and do that.
Really?
As much. He's doing it.
He's just doing it not for the love of the game.
I think he's promoting Perry Johnson.
Somebody's paying him to do stuff.
But Lance is wonderful. He rocks.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He's done a great job.
He was a great guest.
He's the most patient guy in the world.
Oh yeah, he was late.
Oh, was he?
And I was like, oh no, is he even going to show up? But I was happy he was
all
late.
By yourself.
They're setting up for the event for the night, so people are here. As he's walking in, I am just sealing the computer back up and starting it back up. It was perfect timing, but then of course there was the little odds and ends.
Anyways, so that was Tuesday. The night before was the Anthony Ferlini for Secretary of State fundraiser here. I was a co-host along with several other people for that event. It was well attended. I have not heard the kind of money that he raised, but I'm sure it was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And we had some yummy food.
Yeah. I like Anthony.
I like Tony. Prior to that,
I think he's a good candidate. I think he's a fantastic candidate for the job.
And I think it's Garland Gilchrist, our lieutenant governor, is on the Democrat side. Come on.
Yeah, he's an alien.
That
Watch Men in Black 1 when they push the ear, the little face opens up, the little aliens inside. That's what he looks like.
How can you vote for him over Anthony Ferlini?
Yeah,
even if you're a Democrat, you'd have to say, yeah, I can't.
I would have a hard time voting for anyone, regardless of their party, if they were even remotely in the outer circle of Stretchy Gretchy.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, but that's a whole different episode.
Prior to the fundraiser Monday, Hank had Anthony Ferlini out to the Weir farm.
Oh,
in the Weir farm, although I would think it's one of the largest dairy farms in the state, it is not.
Really?
By the way, I heard there are some that are way bigger.
Well, there's probably commercial ones.
But this is commercial.
Is it commercial?
But they told us that it's on the small scale.
Oh, okay.
No, it is the largest in Jackson County.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you, the Weir farm is beautiful.
Yeah, no, I'm sure
it's super clean. You walk through the barns, you don't really smell cows. I mean, it's a barn and there's cows. They got 1,000 head out there.
It's crazy that they've even been gotten the technology to do that.
The problem here is it was a good hour or more tour. I mean,
yeah, it's a big place. I've never been there, but I'm very aware of it.
The I forget his first name. The old guy that's the head rear there took us every inch of that, from the milker to the milk to the barns to the calving barns to to the silage to
that's cool.
The whole thing. And honestly, Kevin, it's the highlight of my summer. The Weir farm was very, very, very cool.
Oh, I saw the picture of you with the
It was so fun. It was so fun, but I had a city moment. Now, it is and it isn't. I'm familiar with dairy farms. Come on, I live in rural Jackson County. Okay, I'm not unfamiliar, and I've seen 100 baby cows before.
Yeah,
but you know what? Baby cows are cute,
and so they're adorable. They're like little puppies.
I know. Now to them, it's
that's
livestock,
run of the mill. Yeah,
it's livestock.
That's livelihood.
So we're going through the baby cow barn.
Okay.
So not as if that's not cute enough. And I'm walking with Amy Hawkins, and we run across the barn kittens.
Barn kid. Oh, well, I'm sure.
To be a kitten, an orange kitten, a little baby orange kitten. And lately, in the last couple of years, orange cats are my favorites because of my cat Joey.
Okay,
my first orange cat I ever had.
Yeah, orange cats and black cats are the coolest.
I know, but I've had lots of black. I like my Joey cat. And I'm a cat guy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, baby kitten. Oh my God, baby cows and baby kittens.
I know what that
in one
spot. Cuteness overload.
Right, and that's exactly what Amy said. This is the cuteness barn. And I go, yeah, it is. And
well, if you go to the fair,
the farmers are laughing at.
Yeah, whenever you go to the fair. If the baby animal barn is always the busiest.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's adult. You're like, okay, there's a cow over there.
So the other cute portion of that, so baby kittens running around, and then older kittens, they're all friendly. They drink the milk.
Yeah.
But there's a haystack, an old school haystack, and I look over, and the kittens are playing in the haystack, popping in.
Oh no!
Stop it right now!
Too much.
Kittens and baby cows.
That's great.
So, anyways, there's that moment there, and everybody on Stick to Plan podcast watching knows Russ's softness now.
Yeah. If you got kittens and cows, baby cows,
I'm done.
And you got hay
tapping out. If I didn't have 4 freaking cats that I need to have only 2, I would have taken that orange kitten home. But Sarah's like, you know how many fleas are on that cat?
Plus, not to mention, you got a barn cat. That's basically like a hood cat. But
I already have one of them. Not a barn cat, but I had that stray that showed up over the winter. And he was, his first 8 months was out in the wilderness, and he's got a little feral streak.
Yeah, I think when cats go feral, it's hard to break them. I don't think you ever really break a feral animal.
A cat has independent streak in them. Wait till you get one that's partially feral.
Right.
They give a fuck.
Yeah, but I
care less.
They've been on their own since birth.
In matter of fact, that one that we have is real. Doesn't like the black cat we have.
Yeah.
He swats at him.
Racist.
I wondered that too. I think it's male.
Yeah, boy cat.
Boy thing.
Well, and
even though they're all,
I look back at like all the cats I've had, and black cats and orange cats. I think I like them most because they actually are the most that act like dogs. And
black ones,
they're very
yeah.
independent. They do their own thing.
Prefer to shit outside.
Yeah. Like Basil was a good example,
Right.
you know. And then I had a tuxedo cat, which is
tuxedo cats are cool.
Yeah, and then
they're like a lot like a black cat.
Then we had the orange cat, Catamir, and he actually
I just like orange cats.
Orange cats are cool. I mean, they're fun.
It's my favorite.
They're
cat right
fun.
now. My orange cats.
I really like lasagna, and I hate Mondays.
80% of orange cats are males.
I heard that, and then they're the kind of like the calico.
But the calicos, it's like 98%.
Yeah, it's almost all female.
If you get a male calico, it's real rare. But if you see an orange cat, you can put the money down that it'll be a male cat.
Yeah,
over the pigmenters.
That makes sense.
Yep. 80%.
But like I said, I hate Mondays and I love lasagna, so I identify with Garfield a lot. So maybe that's why I like orange cats.
Yeah. Well, that's the first orange cat I got. And there was a baby one in the milking barn.
Baby kid.
Anyways, I moved on in life, and we went out and looked at piles of silage.
Yeah.
And stuff.
It wasn't as cute.
No. The problem with it is I've been having a hell of a time with my foot. And
it's a lot of walking.
I am disabled from a collapsed talus. I fake it really well, and I've been having problems. So that hour walking along at the dairy farm was a bitch.
Oh, I imagine.
I suffered through it, though, because it was way cool.
Yeah. But plus, you might get to see more kittens.
And baby cows.
What the heck? Or maybe other baby animals. I don't know what kind of baby animals are here.
I got in the car. It hurt so bad I had to take my shoe off, drive back to town. So anyways, there's that. That was last Monday. And then it was Sunday night, not this last, but that Sunday before those two events. I get a call from a Sean Maddock, and she is the campaign manager for Perry Johnson campaign. Okay. And she says, "Hey, Russ, we want to do an event under the Oaks in Jackson. Can you help us? Even if you're not going to help us, we're coming anyways." Yeah. And I'm like,
she's like, "It's a public park. We'll just do it."
Right. By the way, over the 172 years, a ton of people have campaigned there, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Okay. There's been Democrats that have campaigned.
By the way, none of the other candidates have been under the Oaks for a campaign. Anyway, so yes, of course we'll help. So I rally the troops, and we put together something, and the Perry Johnson campaign bought a ton of Jimmy John's, and we had 100+ people there.
Yeah, his campaign can probably afford Jimmy John's.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, but
not
this
a problem.
is leading into something. There's been a dispute lately. Between Jackson and my friends over the Kalamazoo, them claiming out of the blue after 172 years that they're the birthplace of the Republican Party.
Yeah, riding the tails, coattails. Just trying to make something.
They threw out a statement about it. We threw out a statement about it. Our statement was like, "How dare you put this on our plate during an important election year?"
Yeah.
Plus, you're talking gobbledygook anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, a piss and match come out. They put a resolution out. We put a resolution out. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, MLive, local news stations are picking up on it. I'm like, oh, we're playing this to the hilt.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you can put us in the news.
Well, no publicity is bad. No publicity is bad publicity.
And plus, this was good publicity because all those news organizations are like, where the hell Kalamazoo come up with this?
Yeah, I looked into it when you brought it up, and really, Ripon, Wisconsin has a better argument than Kalamazoo does.
Okay, there is something there with Kalamazoo. There really is.
It's fringe.
And so, also, was it last damn week? I'm mixing up. I met with the guy that is behind this idea. And his historian. We met him here in Jackson.
Right.
And they're like, listen, man, we don't want to take the birthplace of the Republican Party away from you. We just want our people recognized because Kalamazoo had a super significant process and event that got us to Jackson July 6th. Okay. You can't ignore that. But so did Hillsdale County and Hillsdale College, and so did Calhoun County, and so did Oakland County.
Yeah.
And on and on and on. I don't want to diminish.
Well, although it sounds like all those places decided Jackson was the place to meet.
Okay. It boils down to this. There's a guy named D-Land.
Okay.
That was from Jackson. He owned the publication, the newspaper at the time.
Okay.
That ultimately became the Jackson Citizen Patriot.
All right.
He got with his other publisher buddies around the state and they decided to announce and publicize meeting July 6th in Jackson.
That's kind of what I gathered.
And so I can't stop thinking about what James Dixon said on July 6th, just 2 weeks ago, under the oaks for the celebration. You gotta love James Dixon. Yeah. Okay. When you're with your parents as a little kid, they might go by the hospital you were born, and they will go, "Look, little Jimmy, that's the hospital where you were born." Okay?
Right.
We've all had that happen.
Yeah.
They never say, "That's the back seat you were conceived in." And that's exactly where we're at.
Yeah. So, okay, that makes sense.
James broke it down. So that's where we're at now.
I like that. I like that metaphor.
They came to Jackson with a resolution, thinking me and Chris were going to sign it. We're like, no, we're not signing that right now. It's in hold. Okay. I'm not responding at this point, right?
All right.
Burden of proof's on them. Now, they claimed in their resolution or in the statement that they want the Michigan GOP to recognize this, and Michigan GOP has already told them to pound sand.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, and by the way, that's not happening because they could still continue on, or the Michigan legislature to recognize it. I don't think the Michigan legislature has time to deal with this.
No,
after 172 years.
Why? There's bigger fish to fry here.
You know what I'd like to do after the election? Get together.
Burn Kalamazoo to the ground.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I went extreme. I'll bring it back.
Kelly's been on our show, I think, twice.
Oh, yeah. I like Kelly.
Me and the Kalamazoo County chair are close. Okay?
I like Kelly. I mean, it's
kind of outsider.
We'll rescue her. Okay.
Well, she's not being easy on it, though.
Oh.
That's her people.
Okay.
Anyways,
yeah.
We're still cool. We're still cool.
Yep.
All right.
Back on track.
But I can't stop thinking, okay, let's recognize Kalamazoo and Hillsdale.
Right.
And all the counties that had such important reason to be recognized to get us here July 6th.
Yeah, but they're just a back seat.
That's right.
At the end of the day, they're just a back seat.
Deceived. So we've been dealing with that in the middle of an election season.
Yeah, very, very important.
Very distracting.
Yeah, I mean, these midterms are...
I got candidates to elect, and I got this popcorn fart to deal with.
Yeah.
And that was 3, 4, 5 days, maybe 2 weeks out of my life. But after this was going on, I get the call from the Perry Johnson campaign. Hey, we're coming under the oaks. They knew nothing about it. They didn't care. They were just coming under the oaks.
Right.
So we go down there. We put over 100 people in the room. Not only did Perry Johnson talk about the birthplace of the Republican Party under the oaks, but I did.
Yep.
Because I could.
Yeah.
And Lance Griffin was there and threw it down. I got a little video you're going to play.
I am.
That I have been starting to spread everywhere just to rub it in the face of Kalamazoo. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, well, no, you did, and I well, it's better than burning it to the ground.
Anyways,
yeah,
let's bring that video up.
Oh shit! Hold on, sorry, it jumped the gun on me. I do have it though. Here we go.
Right. This is good. I like it. We'll play it. I put it on social media. I think we got 3,000 or 4,000 views on it.
Hold on,
a lot of it because of Chris, but
it readjusted on me. All right, there we go. Okay, here it is. Boop.
That is the beginning.
Yeah.
Looking all weird. No.
The Republican Party under the oaks. Don't let them tell you otherwise. We're really excited to be here in Jackson today. It's very, very important, Jackson, Michigan. This is a historic place. This is the birthplace of the Republican Party. Right here under the oaks.
I want everyone to understand that this is a very, very historic moment. Now, we have an oak tree. It is somewhere here. There we are. It is not the oak tree, but it is this very site right here where the Republican Party was formed. Somewhere here. The Republican Party, July 6th, 1854.
So anyways, there's that.
Yeah. He even knew the date.
Yeah.
You think he Googled it before he went up there?
Well, we're going to talk about Perry here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But anyways, give the Jackson GOP, me and Chris, opportunities like that to promote Jackson on their Oaks, and we will run with that all day.
You might
long.
as well. I mean,
I was talking to Kathleen Thora, a former chair, and somebody that has done a lot of research and has a lot of stuff concerning Under the Oaks. And I said, listen, give me that opportunity and I'm going to run with it. And she understood. She wasn't so much like that, but you know, me and Chris's promotional spirit.
right.
We're running with it. So that was great. That fell right into our hands. By the way, that was a great event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we're at Perry Johnson, correct?
Yeah.
Might as well be.
Might as well be.
So I was a Mike Cox supporter. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll just double check it to make sure we're good.
I was a Mike Cox supporter.
Yep. You're a cocksucker?
Yeah. Mike Cox.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Anyways,
that wasn't my words. That was video.
Mike Cox jumped out of the campaign last week.
Yeah, I read that
last week. Now let's throw this out there. By the way, I was just talking to my neighbor George.
Mm-hmm.
George didn't know he jumped out. George has already did his ballot, and George has already voted for Mike Cox.
Oh,
there's a lot of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem: there is a way you can change your ballot.
Yeah.
You go down to your township clerk; they'll let you submit another ballot.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is if you're George and you're 79 years old, you got this attitude.
Fuck it.
He was pissed that he didn't even know until this morning that Mike Cox had jumped out. Okay. So, yes, I will talk to George and try to get him down to the township office to change his vote. He ain't going to do it.
No.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder, Kevin, you're Mike Cox. You were lagging in the polls, but you were doing pretty darn good. You just went through the debates, slaughtering your opponents, especially John James.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to tap out, you could have just stayed in the race and just stopped spending money for 3 weeks.
Just coast.
And let it be where it be. Not only did he withdraw, he's endorsed John James after decimating John James in the debates. Now, that's politics.
Yeah, it's life.
All right.
Bernie Sanders did the same thing to Hillary Clinton.
Right. All right. Here's where we're at. I put out a Facebook post. I'm not 100% there, but I'm on the Perry Johnson train.
Right.
85%. I don't really know why, other than the fact that I've met both John James and Perry Johnson, and I get something real out of Perry.
Okay. Oh.
I get politician fake out of John James. I like the guy. He's okay.
And I've never met either of them, but just from what I've gathered, even though Perry is a billionaire, he doesn't seem to act like one. You know, does that make sense? Like, well, he's easy to talk to.
He is, but there is a billionaire attitude here. Either that, it's a little old man attitude,
or both.
But I think what few billionaires I've met in my life, they always kind of have this attitude.
Oh yeah.
They have to be reminded who people are. You know,
they're a little removed from the normal people.
Now he is down to earth, though.
Yeah, that's what everybody said.
But he's handled by a great campaign, and he is sharp as a tack. I've seen him here with people asking him spur of the moment questions, and he can answer them.
Yeah,
like this. He is sharp as a tack. He's got energy like I can't believe. For his age, I think has the stamina to be not only our governor, but to beat Jocelyn Benson.
That's more important.
There are a couple things I don't agree with him on.
Right.
And that is the elimination of property tax for people with paid off homes only. What's the difference if my house is paid off or not paid off?
Right.
Where does this make any
difference? It's not like the taxes change.
But what he's doing is that's his message to seniors.
I was say, because I was say anyone that's got their home paid off, they're usually older. Yeah.
So okay, it's a campaign stunt, and then he also, and although he's backed off on it the last week or so, he's a big on a statewide moratorium on data centers. And you know, I'm a local control guy. And if a local municipality has their shit together, gosh, I can't believe Leone does, but we were able to put our moratorium on it. And we have to talk about, I hate it. It's against the law. A municipality cannot outright ban a data center.
Right.
They can't do it. It's against the law. They will sue us into oblivion.
Yeah, they've got the money to do it.
That's right. We're talking $1 trillion companies. We legally cannot say you can't come here. But the tricks to the trade are to either encourage them or discourage them. If you want to discourage them, which Leone Township looks like this is the route we're going to go, we're going to give them a zoning designation that extremely limits them wanting to come.
Very restrictive. Yeah.
We're doing our due diligence.
Yeah.
So Perry Johnson, the statewide moratorium, I'm against that. There's a few things. I'm like, gosh, why am I supporting Perry? Another thing too, I'm usually into the Trump endorsements.
Right.
I'm in a Trump we trust. John. So I'm going against the grain that I normally would. I just can't get there with the John James. So I guess I'm in the Perry category.
Yeah. And well, that's the thing is it goes back to the in Trump we trust thing. And I've said it before. I don't think you have to agree 100%. I think it's
impossible.
I think it's unhealthy to agree. If you agree with somebody 100% of the time, I think you need a question.
Yeah.
Like, cause that means that you're sacrificing something. There's got to be something. I don't care if it's the color shoelaces. Yeah.
So I would probably disagree with John James on a lot of issues, like kill switch in your car and things like that. I do disagree. That's horrible. But you know what? He stayed so quiet and didn't campaign. He wasn't out there that there isn't more things for me to disagree. He's never won statewide. Of course, Perry hasn't either. He's lost statewide. I just can't get there. Now, be very clear, and I did in my Facebook post. I think either one of them can beat Jocelyn Benson. And whoever wins the primary, Kevin, I'm going to work my ass off for either one of them.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think either of them are poor candidates. Or bad candidates, I guess is the word. They're almost too close to me. A lot of their issues, it's like the balance. It keeps going back and forth.
Here we are.
Now, the data center thing I want to touch on, because the big thing about that is I think a lot of politicians are jumping on the anti-data center because it's popular.
They call that pandering.
Yeah.
It's pandering.
And that's probably why he's backed off. You put it out there and then pull it back a little. Now, we all know every politician promises the world. First day in office, I'm doing this, and they never do, because there's more to it.
Well,
it's hard to, you got to get a legislator.
Anthony Hudson. Yeah. I'm going to eliminate property tax on day one. You can't, you idiot.
Yeah, no, you don't have that power.
It takes a constitutional amendment or 2/3 vote in the legislature that you're never going to get.
Yep.
Now, Perry has a point. He's a day one eliminate the income tax, and he can do that with a signature. Okay. But to eliminate property tax takes a constitutional amendment.
Right.
That's what Axe My Tax had baked into it, was a constitutional amendment. So you got the Anthony Hudson guys of the world on the libertarian ticket saying that, and got people all twisted up because he's telling you shit that can't happen.
Yeah, I mean, the only exception, I don't even know if you could do it this way, is like those emergency mandates, those things that we absolutely hate from old Stretchy Gretchy there. I don't think you can do an emergency mandate on that anyway. That seems like that would be difficult.
Yeah.
But I'm
back to data centers. Leone Township, rest assured, it looks as though Leone Township Board is going to go with the most restrictive way to not to encourage data centers.
Yeah.
To the legal extent that we can. There are people out there that are no data centers, recall them all. You're an asshole.
Yeah, you're
a
an idiot.
Stupid asshole, and you almost shouldn't deserve to vote or chime in on Facebook, because So many townships like Leone, and they're across the state. I've been reading about Lyons Township and all that. These townships have done their due diligence, and now they're facing recalls and stuff.
Yeah, and that's insane to me because, like we talked about before the show, that there's people screaming, "Well, the board is talking about it." Well, that's what you want.
Yeah,
because like I said, if not, well, if you don't put those restrictions on there, then they can a real estate developer can just buy the property and do it.
That's right. If there wasn't a moratorium,
Mhm.
and if we didn't designate the zoning designation for them, there's nothing for us to legally do for them to just come in and go to any heavy industrial spot.
Yeah.
And then what we were talking about before the show, there's an individual in Leone Township that seen a Facebook post. There's a lady or person that comes to our township office or meetings, and then in the planning commission, and then after the meeting, day or two later, she puts out a graphic of the highlights of what we talked about. She don't go in depth.
Oh.
She says, talked about this, talked about that.
Fair.
It's kind of cool. When he read that, and one of the topics at the planning commission was data centers. All it says was data center discussion. Right. All of a sudden, the guy's hair's on fire because we're discussing it. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's your job. I mean,
if we didn't talk about it at all, wouldn't we be complacent and you'd be bitching about that?
Well, like I said, if you didn't talk about it, then they could put any heavy industrial, and then
there you go.
Then they'd be screaming in them.
You can't win. You can't win it.
No,
it's very stressful. No. It's low information, citizens, and I get it. Not everybody can be me. Okay. I'm. Yeah.
Not everybody can even be me. I'm low information. I mean, I know a lot, but your normal neighbor day to day is.
Stop being reactionary to a Facebook post.
Yeah. Stop judging any of your opinions publicly on Facebook posts.
I did it this morning.
Yeah. I mean, we all do.
With the county commissioner today. And actually I deleted one because I'm like, that's enough.
Yeah. I
like the county commissioner.
I pull that back. That's where you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Do it on Facebook, whatever. But
a Facebook.
Don't recall people.
All right. A Facebook graphic.
Yeah.
That just said discussion of data center made you reactionary.
Yeah. Does that person come to the meetings?
No, never seen him there ever.
So he's just going strictly off.
So shut the fuck
up. I'm going to put a graph out. Just because.
Shut the fuck up until you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, and do you guys publish your agenda in your meeting notes?
Get this. Not only that, when I was first elected, I convinced the board our entire packet, the same bunch of information that I receive as a trustee, is posted online.
That makes sense.
You can go back. Now, minutes aren't posted until they're approved.
Right.
The following month.
That's what I was, yeah.
So
minutes, that's
what was talked about then, you don't have that information, but you can go back packets back a year and a half and catch up on know what the hell we're talking about.
Right.
This person has never done that.
No,
they're reading a Facebook graphic and responding to a Facebook graphic that was probably made by AI, which needs a data center to get us there.
Yeah, I mean the uses, the people screaming loudest about AI they don't realize how much AI.
They scream about it on Facebook.
Yeah. Meta is the biggest.
The third developer of data centers on the planet is Meta.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know it was number 3. I thought
data centers on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, Zuckerberg is deep into that. I knew that.
Yeah, of course he is. He needs them. Look at everything you have access on Facebook now, from reels to your pictures to on and on and on.
I posted some things for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and I pushed the button, and it just made my whole ad for me.
And you know what?
I changed a lot of it.
If you posted something on Marketplace 4 years ago, it's still there.
Actually, August 29th, everything gets deleted.
Good.
I got a message. So you can download
because they need more data centers to store all that shit.
Yeah. Absolutely. That and it's just plugging up this pipeline. So
we've said it before on this show. I am not the anti-data center guy. I think if the I think they're coming regardless. I think communities are missing out on that are offered them on huge opportunities to pay for streets and public safety and all that. Okay, I don't want one in my backyard. I don't want them in most people's backyard.
No one, I don't think anyone does.
If there's an appropriate place with thousands of acres, that you could place one that has very little impact on citizens, and using closed loop and providing their own power and everything, I think communities like Leone are missing out on an opportunity. That being said, the public has made it clear that they're not down with this under any circumstance. I was elected by the people. That's exactly the route our entire board is probably going to go.
Yeah, well, and I want to touch on the moratorium thing. Really and truly, people don't understand. I don't think moratorium for some reason is a scary word.
I know.
But it's just, hey, we're just a pause. It's kicking the can, like we've talked about. Let's see what happens. And
thankfully for Celine was caught off guard. I think Celine made a lot of mistakes. They signed some NDAs. Let me tell you, Leone Township will never sign an NDA.
Yeah.
I know this trustee will never sign an NDA.
Yeah. We talked about that for the show. I don't think any elected
by the way, I don't even see that us giving tax breaks. They already get plenty of tax breaks from the state. That's why they're in Michigan right now. Stretchy Gretchy made that happen. And I do know our board well enough. We're not into giving tax breaks, and I know we won't sell NDA. Yeah. And if one board member does, the rest aren't going to.
Yeah.
What good is an NDA if not everybody signs it?
Yeah, everybody in the room, basically.
Well, they're going to have a problem when they get to Trustee Jennings, because I ain't doing that. Well, they should be illegal.
Yeah, I agree. We said it for the show. NDAs. Government transparency is what makes our government
work. They just
work.
threw it right out the window with that.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
That's a blatant fuck you citizen slap in the face.
Yeah, it's because, when you're held accountable, you can go, I can't talk about it. What?
That would be convenient.
It's like, I know it's probably a loophole, but it's like there's a reason why there's the Open Meetings Act, and there's a reason why you can go to closed session, but you got to vote in public.
That and I think closed session needs to be used very carefully and only when absolutely necessary. I do believe there are certain times where closed session is necessary.
Just like there's certain places that data centers are acceptable.
Maybe a vacant 2,000 acres that's sitting next to a prison.
I heard the dumbest thing. I mentioned it before the show.
That happened though.
Yeah, a few of I've been turning podcasts off, friends' podcasts, because they're talking about data centers. And the stupidest thing someone said was, they're putting them in a lot of rural communities. Yes, that's where you want them. You don't want them in a populated community. You want it
in the downtown business hub where apartment complexes and everything.
Yeah, you're worried about total noise. But no, rural community, that's where it's supposed to go. And then they're like, well, there's a place in a city in North Dakota or something where the people, the citizens won't get, the power company will turn on or won't distribute the power to the community anymore, just to the data center.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
You're falling for bullshit.
Well, why would you saying that out loud?
You're falling for bullshit.
It's so stupid.
Now, that being said, I've said it on this show before. Water usage, I think there's a handle on that. You got to make them use a closed loop system. If not, Jackson has 4 prisons. 3 of the 4. I found out 3 of the 4 use 1.2 million gallons of water a day. And then the 4th one has its own water source and it isn't reported.
Really?
The only reason the 3 that use 1.2 million gallons a day is reported because the city of Jackson supplies their water and they have to report it.
Yep.
So 3 of the 4 prisons use 1.2 million gallons a day, and one of them
doesn't even. Who knows?
Don't have to report it.
Who knows? Well, actually,
Prison City, USA, baby.
Yeah, that's a great point to bring up because I've kind of. I was talking to my grandma about this actually, and it dawned on me. All of these problems that people have with data centers, as far as tonal noise, water uses, electricity, do you not think that these trillion-dollar companies haven't thought that and solved most of those issues? And they have.
I've noticed every time a problem is solved, whether it's the utilities or the water, or whatever it is, they just keep going.
Yeah.
Or they come up with a new problem.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, we talked
environmental and then water and then power.
What if it was a Amazon distribution center?
Yeah.
Okay. They might not use the water, but they sure use a lot of utilities. There sure would be a lot of traffic. Right. We need to stop you got to look at a data center as any major development.
Yeah. You got to look at it as a utility. Is the way I've been looking at it. And honestly, it's a necessary utility.
You know what? At my age, I'm fine with Leone Township or surrounding townships not doing that. I am fine with that. We can keep exactly where we're at. We can keep bitching about our roads. We keep funding our public safety millage at $1.2 million a year, whatever the hell it is.
And that's why my generation hates boomers for that exact reason. Fuck the generation under us.
Well, we're in a situation where there it is.
But the thing is
the boomers aren't coming in the township meeting supporting a data center now, are they?
But also that age,
or the non-boomers,
your age group and my age group, and coming into it and going forward, lots of doctor's appointments. Where do you think they store all the medical information? There's not paper files anymore.
Yeah, I remember.
There's not thousands of medical cabinets.
Yeah. I'm fine with it. Take it off our plate.
No, I think a moratorium is the right move.
Our moratorium is going to end, and we're going to decide, and it'll be the most restrictive there is,
and that's
not to allow a data center, and then we move on in life.
Well, here's the deal.
I'm fine with that. I will support that.
I support what you're saying, but I think you're thinking of it wrong. The most restrictiveness is, to deter them, but also to, if it happens, to remove it from any of the citizens' problems, the tonal noise, the water, whatever. You're putting them in a position that they'd have to adapt and make that happen.
So I have to.
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming.
We're probably going to go with a light industrial zoning designation because light industrial is minimal within Leone Township, and they're usually confined to 3, 4, 5 acres. They need more space. The problem in the hard decision that's going to be made, a lot of those light industrial zoning designations are closer to where people live.
Yeah, well, that makes.
But they're not going to go there. But that's the risk you take. Well, we're going to put a 3-acre data center in now, and guess what? It's right next to Grandma Betty's in the back.
I'm sure that there's Well, and the other thing we talked about it on the show is, if they don't come here, they're going to go somewhere, Ohio or Indiana. That's awesome. That would suck. We lose the tax revenue. But you know what really sucks?
Or China.
China. And do you want China to have that? Do you want China to?
What if Canada just says, "Hey, we'll take them all. We'll put them all along the border, and we'll supply this data for the U.S."
Right?
You want Canada running that shit?
You actually just brought up a good point that cracks me up. Is I've heard a lot of arguments about, well, they're here for the Great Lakes. Well, they're going to go to Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Canada, wherever. Guess what? Same fucking lakes. We share lakes.
Same lakes. And by the way,
I mean, it's all the same.
I think
water.
Indiana's all over it.
Yeah, Indiana, Ohio is starting to rev up.
Blame them.
And now the thing is I want to make very clear, I'm not super pro data center, and I'm not super anti data center. I just see the real world reality. It's coming. We might as well capitalize on it.
You got to look at it.
We're gonna
realistically.
We're gonna feel bad in 10 years when we don't got that tax revenue.
Are reactionary to their life being changed.
Yeah, and it won't.
It's going to change anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate it. Hey, Kevin, I watch Andy Griffin's show every night, 8:00 tonight.
Yeah, you don't call him when he's in Mayberry.
I want society to go back to Mayberry.
That would be.
I want to live in the Mayberry. That was before I even was born.
I'll take Beverly Hills 90210.
Okay, I want to live in Mayberry. I want to grow up in the Mayberry setting. Okay, the thing is, I'm not.
Right.
And I can't.
Yeah, it's impossible.
So here we are.
Well, good. One of my main show, I've been watching Girls Next Door, the show about the Playboy bunnies.
Oh yeah.
And it's from like 2000, 2003, and I think I'm like, fuck, I'd go back to that.
Oh,
I mean,
it's fun, hard to think about it like that, but it's very
true. You know what? 2015, when the biggest problem we had is, Hillary Clinton might be president. I'll have to go back to that. That wasn't so bad.
Or
anything.
Really, Obama was the president.
Post or anything pre 2008. We'll say that.
You know what?
Outskirts of Mayberry.
I'm talking about data centers today.
McMonsley, guy in the chat, he just says, I have land in Mayberry, outskirts of Mayberry, technically. He lives down in Georgia.
Does Mayberry still the same old Mayberry?
I doubt it.
Just a little,
Oh, you haven't met McMaster Lee yet. He's one of my mods in my main show, and he
I thought Mayberry was in like South or North Carolina.
There's probably Mayberries everywhere.
I think that Mayberry was South or North Carolina.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Well, it makes sense because they came from New York City, didn't they?
Huh?
Didn't they move from New York City?
No.
I thought that's...
No.
Am I thinking of a different show?
That would be...
no, that's Green Acres.
Green Acres.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
but I go to Mayberry every day at 8 o'clock. Don't call me. Don't bug me. The wife tries to yap during that time. I ignore her because
he says
from 8 till 9, I'm in Mayberry.
My dad said, he says, my dad loved it so much he bought land in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Oh.
So probably right there. Okay.
And you know what? On Andy Griffin's show, they have great bluegrass bands and you know all that stuff. Anyways,
I'm going to ask AI exactly where Mayberry was.
Do you have to access a data center to get that AI information?
I mean, maybe.
I don't know where it comes from. It comes from the cloud, Kevin.
Every internet comes from
over the Commonwealth.
There's a cloud when it rains in the
information that we need for this podcast. So
everything. Literally, we wouldn't.
It was a cloud.
I was on a show with a lady who was like, I will never use data centers, blah blah. I'm like, you don't understand. This broadcast
is on it.
You're using a data center.
So when you go to YouTube or Rumble and you look up a show from a year and a half ago,
no, if you look at the show live right now, it goes to the cloud and then it comes back to whatever device.
Is it a real cloud, Kevin?
I don't know. There's not a class for it. I tried to.
I think it's a building that stores data.
It's a data center.
It's not a real cloud over the Commonwealth Center.
Yeah, I know, right?
Anyways. You know, more data centers, more flock cameras, right, Kevin?
Yeah. You know, I'm all about the flock cameras. Well, by the way,
do you follow Grand New Party on Facebook or anything like that?
Yeah.
No, they hate the flock cameras. I don't blame them. I get it.
Did you hear? Okay, so
by the way, Perry Johnson's all anti-flock camera, which.
But did you? Okay, so we've talked about how the flock cameras are great for. On paper for catching the people kidnappers and shit, but they're eventually going to use them for evil.
We knew exactly.
And guess what? Did you hear about the cops getting arrested for using it to track their spouses? And
they're
already using it for evil.
Where we knew they were going to abuse it, and that's where we're at here now. On the flip side of it, my township has them. They voted them in long before I was elected. Our cops love them. Our sheriff loves them.
Well, of course they do. It does their job for them.
That's right. Now, Sheriff Schutte did have a good point. He's struggling to keep staff. And you know what? The flock camera does help in that regard. Because if the flock camera can pinpoint the criminal in a shorter period of time, it puts that cop back on the road doing something else.
Yeah.
So yes, he admitted it's doing their job.
Well, yeah, I understand it.
And we're not abusing it so far here, as far as we know. But that's from day one. That was my concern. The abuse in the big, the government abuse when we're under another lockdown. The state government,
I've already read the horror stories of where
we're here
under lockdowns where people are literally like a guy got pulled over he got like swarmed. He was driving. Flock camera picked up his license plate, read a 2 as a 7 or vice versa, and like SWAT team because they thought he was like some criminal they were looking for. Just like data centers, just like AI. Flock cameras need to be used as a tool, not as the end. And unfortunately,
you got a good point.
They're getting lazy. Okay, so you should look at that number. Oh, but wait a minute. No, that's not 2, not a 7.
It's a tool.
Yeah,
a lot of.
It needs to be a tool. And you know what? Flock cameras have been around a lot longer than this discussion, and they've been.
Since it's been a social media discussion lately, it's funny here in Jackson. Someone will take a picture of the flock camera that say at 127 and 94. It's been there for 5 years.
Yeah.
When the hell did they put this in? Dude, it's been there 5 years. In front of the Starbucks.
And the thing is
there's one at 5th and Page. It's been there 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
When did they put this in? It's been there for a while.
I didn't know there was one at 5th and Page. I don't go over that way because the only one I knew of was down further to the city line, closer to the city line.
And there's one there, but there's been one from day one.
I must not have. I must have missed that.
You know what? Pharmacy.
I did know that. I did.
Now you showed the map.
Yeah,
you bring up a map. It'll show you where every single one of them.
I'm trying to remember. It's like Flock. I can't remember the website, but yeah, no, there's a few of them.
You can't leave Napoleon Township. Any road leaving Napoleon Township, they have a flock.
Yeah, and most of them,
they're big on them.
From what I've seen, they are at good. As far as what they're made for, they're in good locations.
The tool
when you're leaving the town, when you're getting on the highway, but again, it needs to be a tool, not the end all be all.
By the way, this is exactly where they do need to be. I noticed the Cotton facility. Prison here in Jackson has them at their exits and entrances to the prison.
That's smart. I mean,
I'm thinking that's where flock cameras need to be.
They should. Well, they
that's not a public road. You can decide that you're going to go visit Bubba in prison.
Yeah.
And
well, here's the other thing is people forget about something very important though too. This is the tool aspect of it, and is anti-surveillance, mass surveillance as I am. I understand we can't stop it. Because even if it's not a flock camera, that camera in the hallway is connected to an internet source and can be used in the same way. And that's been that way for 20, 25 years.
So just routine camera. We've all heard it before. There was a murder in January behind Powers Party Store here on the east side. And they accessed the cameras there at Powers Party Store and watched the situation live and in color, and oh boy, pull out a gun and shoot him dead.
Yeah. Well, why do you think the city is giving away
ring cameras?
Oh, but they're not accessing.
Are they doing that? Yeah.
I haven't. I didn't hear anything about it.
But I haven't heard they're actually doing it. What's going on?
I don't know, but as far as the city goes, we're not. Don't worry, we're not. We don't have any access to it. But we're going to pay for their internet. Are we dumb? It's so stupid to think they wouldn't use it.
It might not be enough internet, but you'd like to have free internet at your east side.
No, I don't want their internet. I would stop. I would stop podcasting.
Access your shit.
Is
afraid?
I'm already on the internet. I don't want them to, even though they can same thing they can see on the broadcast. I don't want it. I don't want to turn my freaking webcam on. You don't think they can? I just turned my webcam off on my computer at home while sitting right here.
About city homeless encampment.
Yeah, homeless encampment.
All right. John Wilson, candidate for mayor, City of Jackson. The Jackson GOP has endorsed John Wilson. Okay?
Yes.
We had really no option. There was one other option, Christy Davis. She's a great person. Many of us did not think she's qualified to be mayor yet. Okay, there's that. That's all. And I've talked to Christy about that. That being said, that candidate, John Wilson, is the first to bring up in his John Wilson way, which we all know John has a way about him that can ruffle feathers. You got to know John to know that he's not a racist, crazy bigot.
No,
is what people say.
Not at all. He's one of the nicest guys I know, actually.
He is. And it doesn't matter who you are. He is a good guy.
Yeah.
He brought up this nasty homeless encampment in front of the Jackson District Library that we pay a millage on that is in downtown Jackson. Well, could you imagine being a business owner and dealing with that? Could you imagine taking your children or your mother to the library and having to cross that smelly, nasty looking thing?
Oh, my God.
And at the end of the day, it's not so much the homeless people needing a place to live. It's their shit. It's their piles of shit. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. It's garbage.
Right. Piles of shit.
Insane.
Okay, I want to open a business downtown Jackson. I'm going to check it out. I'm from out of town and I see that. I ain't doing it. Or I'm going to, hey, I was told let's eat at the Dirty Bird.
Right.
And I'm from Eaton Rapids. And I come to town and I see that. Guess what? I might not eat at the Dirty Bird.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would keep driving.
It's horrible.
Keep driving.
Now, I don't have the solution of what to do with homeless. I know one thing. You can't sleep on the sidewalk.
Yeah. I think, I think maybe Kalamazoo or Battle Creek
did an ordinance.
Yeah, they did. I think that's what you got to do. You got to put an ordinance.
So tomorrow.
Yes.
Jackson. Okay. That's what I was getting at.
Yes.
So John's been talking about it, collecting a lot of heat over it.
Uh-huh.
All right. Out of the blue, another candidate for mayor, Shalonda Hunt, swings in on a chandelier and proposes, because she sits on city council.
Right.
Hey, let's do an ordinance to put our arms around this homeless encampment thing.
Right.
Now, in the beginning of this ordinance, what little I've read of it, in the beginning, sounds like it's a good idea. But then, of course, the city, like they do, it gets all fluffy and storing their shit and on and on and on. Right? Okay, fine. But tomorrow, city council meeting, I think it's at 6. It's on the agenda. All right. We, being a township trustee in a neighboring community that nearly butts up to the city, has 2 or 3 people. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2, with a little encampment at our main thoroughfare at Michigan and Detman.
Yes. It's barely in your township.
And it looks like hell. So I brought it up at the meeting at our study session last week. And there's a lot of fluff about why or how or whatever we can do about it. I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to take the rest of this week, and I'm going to check thoroughly of what we can do about it.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
By the way, I think I found the ordinance. If you want me to read it over. Yeah. Well, it's from John. It's John posted.
Does he got like bullet? I don't want to read a whole.
No, it's I'll bring it over. Hold on. It's really and truly. It's like according to the Amendment 17, nuisances of City of Jackson Code ordinances, blah blah blah, prohibit the storage of unattended or excess personal property in public rights of way, sidewalks, and parks. So that's what they're voting on?
Rights of ways. You can't put your shit there.
Yeah.
Like there's a time frame. You got to move your shit.
Yeah. It's anything declared pursuant to section whatever. City council finds and declares a public emergency affecting life, health, property, and public peace of city exists. Describes as follows. Basically, you just can't leave your shit there.
So there was a recommendation from John. And I know John at first was being cocky in a way with the recommendation of encouraging them to go to the armory. All right.
Yeah.
You got Grow Jackson there. They'd have access to food and all that. Now, that was John being a dick.
Yeah.
Okay. But more I got thinking about it, maybe if not the armory, a location like that to where you put them all temporarily, maybe through October. You encourage them to go to one spot where they have a place to shit, a portable shower, a safe place to be.
Yeah.
And the number one reason I even suggest this is there is an activist in town who goes daily to help the homeless. Great. Awesome. Okay. But this person said that she has found that a big portion of them don't know how to access help. Bridge cards, DHS, all the nonprofits out there. Okay. I think it's half bullshit.
I think
every one of them has.
I think it's laziness,
but here it is.
They may not have it, but
let's put them in a situation. Now we can't make anybody go to this location. No. Let's say we create the location and we encourage them to go because there's food, there's safety, a place to shit, take a shower. Okay, and then the majority of them are in one spot. Then the state workers know where to access them, and the nonprofits know where to access them. Currently, we focus on the encampment in front of the library, but they're all over the goddamn place.
Scattered. Yeah.
Scattered. So we give them a situation to where these agencies don't have an excuse. You need to reach out to these people. Right.
Well, but the thing is actually, as much as I agree, fundamentally, I don't.
I don't like spending more money.
I don't think that I should have to pay for them.
Okay, let's keep them sleeping on the sidewalk.
Exactly.
Or on the curb.
That's the.
At what point are we in a situation to where we have to think outside the box? And it wouldn't be a lot of money, but I hate it too. I don't know.
I think it would be a lot of money.
Let's go back to this. No, we don't do nothing. Guess what? I live at the corner of Napoleon and 9th Street, and there ain't no freaking homeless people standing there. So why am I going to worry about it?
Now, I live much closer to.
And by the way, if they do up at that corner, you know what I'll do with them.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'll burn their shit.
I live in probably one of the busiest intersections, probably in the county.
I think maybe.
And I honestly am kind of removed from it. I mean, I know of them. I see that every once in a while homeless people cut through.
Right.
I've had an issue, not even an issue.
You don't have an encampment anywhere.
No encampment, but I don't see the library. I don't even see the one on Detman. it's too far. I mean,
Well,
I drive past them.
Aldi's,
I drive past them.
Right.
But I mean, it doesn't directly affect me, but it will start affecting me because it's going to charge my landlord more money, which he's going to charge me more money.
Yeah.
And so it's like I don't know.
It's a problem, and it started with the opioid mess.
I think that's good place where it started. I think addiction,
we've always had homeless, and we always had people there and there, but it's just so blown out of proportion now.
Do we give any money to the interfaith shelter? They're all self-funded.
I think they're self-funded. By the way, they rock. It's just they can't accommodate them all.
Yeah.
And plus, what happens is these people that go to these encampments don't like to go to the interfaith because you can't be drunk and you can't.
You got to be clean, and you have a
curfew. 10 or 11.
Yep.
Now every single one of them can go down and catch their 3 meals a day for free.
Oh yeah,
then you got to get out of there, or if you're intoxicated, it causes a problem. There's rules at the interfaith.
Yeah, they don't want rules.
Interfaith's expanded,
and the thing is, you're going to have if let's say they took the idea where we put them all in one place. There's got to be rules there. But the rules of society that they're already not a.
Right.
I mean,
that's the problem too.
Yeah, that's going to put a bigger strain on law enforcement. Yeah, it's going to be a bigger strain on law enforcement. I think that
if they're located in one spot, it's easier on law enforcement.
Yeah, but the thing is I guess it's a problem. Yeah, I agree that something needs to be done, and I hate the fact that we have to pay for it, but we have to. Either that or they sleep on the sidewalk. I mean,
Karen Wooten had a good point.
Can't kill them.
You know what? Let them put their encampments up at the DHS state building right down here. Where you apply for your bridge card.
I think.
By the way, what a great place to live along the river.
I think it's a genius idea, except that
and then DHS
they'll just let it happen.
DHS workers then need to put their money where their mouth is, go down there and help them. That's what DHS is supposed to do. Yeah. But they're not going to leave those offices, are they?
No, they're just going to let it happen.
They're probably going to chase them out of there, aren't they?
No, I don't think so. I think they're just going to let it happen.
I think that's a great place instead of the goddamn library.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, remember you talked about the encampment. I think I was on the Under the Oaks that's coming out. Behind the whatever. Off of Detman, right?
Well, behind Wendy's and
Wendy's and all that. Guess what? How long has that been there? That was a real big encampment.
Let me tell you, I seen that mess, and it had to take a couple years to create that mess. Yeah. It was acres. It looked like a dump.
Yeah, but why did they move to the public, like the more public areas?
It caught fire.
Okay, but there's other rooted areas.
All right, the property owner should have known. I don't know if they did or not. It don't matter. We didn't know. People didn't know.
I knew about it because
they were hidden in the woods.
Yeah, I knew about it just from stories.
So for 2 years, they've been back there. I bet you the cops knew.
Yeah,
right.
You think so?
Right. But for the most part, no one knew. Out of sight, out of mind.
The cops have probably been back.
They're back there with their encampment, getting high, drinking, having a good time, right up against the school property. But anyways, it caught fire.
Yes.
And so the cops...
But that was years ago, too.
No, it caught fire this last winter.
Oh, okay.
Which made them all leave because it caught fire. Mm-hmm. And that's when I took a random ride with our ordinance officer and went back.
I had my timeline mixed up.
And seen it. I'm like, oh, my God.
Now, I heard that it was homeless people that burnt down the old Hot and Now that used to be right there.
The what?
Hot and Now.
Oh, I don't know nothing about it.
That's what.
I didn't know it was caught on fire before.
Yeah, it's gone now.
It's gone, right?
But that's why they tore it down because at least I heard. I think it was from that encampment. I'm sure it was. But why? But I'm thinking like there's other wooded areas. Let's think of right off Morel.
They're probably in those wooded areas.
In Hupp and Morel over there, but way back.
Do you think they're encouraged or in front of the library to call attention to the situation?
I don't think intentionally.
Don't you think they really want to be in the woods?
I think they do it because that's the best place to beg people for money.
Yeah, true. You can operate downtown. And you got your tent up the hill.
All you got to do is just sit there and collect money because there's going to be.
Well, they can go down the hill where the restaurants are, but you have a home base just 2 blocks away.
You're downtown.
Your tent's there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no. I mean, I don't think
your families.
I don't think they're out there being activists.
Yeah.
But I think that unintentionally
they've allowed it to be activists.
And the thing, it actually, even if it was unintentional, it has drawn attention.
It has
to the problem.
We're talking about on Stick to Plan podcast.
They're talking about it everywhere.
They're bringing it up at city council tomorrow. Here's the problem. I think they're going to shoo those people away. and then it's going to bleed over more into the neighboring township.
I'm curious because again, it's just rumor that I've heard that a lot of them have been bussed in.
I've heard that.
I haven't heard.
I think there's more to the story to that. All right, I think
I like that.
There's a level of truth to that, but then there's something that all the way being said to that.
Yeah, there's a piece missing.
There's a piece. Now, Battle Creek and Kalamazoo have enacted the same ordinances that the city of Jackson's going to talk about tomorrow.
Right.
You can't chase them away, but you can't have your shit.
Yeah.
You can't put your shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. If you ask me, it's their shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you get over in Leone Township, the guy passed out in the middle of the day, right on the curb at Michigan and Detman's a problem too. Plus his shit.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is I'm worried about the ordinances that happen, but what are you going to do? Write them a ticket?
They get this and they have. So this is, by the way.
But they can't pay a ticket.
Get this. Right. I didn't realize this, but under the new, kind of got to do with the bond thing. All right. But anyways, there's a law that you can't be incarcerated for a misdemeanor offense. All they can do is issue you a citation.
Right.
Now you can get locked up for failure to appear on that misdemeanor.
Contempt of court.
The guy that's at Michigan and Detman, the police department has cited him once or twice for open intox.
Well,
okay.
We saw
knowing that he is not going to report to court.
Yeah.
And then at that point, when the warrant is issued for failure to appear, they can pick him up. Here's the problem. They're going to pick him up. He's going to see a judge within a day or two.
Yep.
Set a court date, and he's going to return back to Michigan. But that's the game we're playing right now.
Yeah. Well, and we already in the county have a overpopulation problem in the jail.
Right.
So
the sheriff will accommodate, but it'll only be for a day or two, and then he's got loose because the judge is going to see him and set another court date,
and then he's not going to come
to that. But that's the game we're at.
And you can't. I mean, even if he doesn't appear 100 times, I don't think that there's really any way that you can lock him up for longer. Plus, that's a bigger strain on the taxpayer and the system. It's a whole thing.
By the way, apparently you can just walk down the sidewalk, smoke all the weed you want, but they'll give you a citation if you have an open intox. Well, that's a different story.
Me and you passed by that guy, and that's the first thing you said. Why hasn't anyone written him a...
Yeah, I asked.
He had a gallon of vodka just sitting there.
Yeah, I asked, and they're on it. They claim they can be. I wonder if there's a route within our ordinance to be more aggressive on it. If it's the blight situation or whatever.
It's got to. Well, you said it. Actually, you've said it before. I don't know if you said it on the show, but
remember,
maybe we got to put it on the property owners.
Well, the problem is him in the right of way right there. That's the state right of way. So I know, send the state a citation to clean up your shit.
Yeah, but the state's just going to go. We're just not going to pay it.
Right now, I wish we could handle it like you and I and Matt and Corey Smith did when we owned McThirsty's.
Yeah,
and not even the squatter. But if you're camped out on the corner of Michigan and Horton,
you better.
I do your shit in the road.
Not nicely either.
Remember the dude? This straw broke camel's back. MLive article. Guy ODs, heroin overdose or ODs at McThirsty's.
Yeah. Well, when did that happen?
We've got a lot of shit going on here. No OD'd, okay?
Yeah, you're going to report a lot of that.
To find out, some random asshole was walking in front of our McThirsty's on the public sidewalk.
Yep.
Shooting heroin, sitting on the curb, and he OD'd.
Yep.
So the ambulance, fire truck, everybody comes. Next thing you know, it's on MLive.
Yep.
So that moment there, if it was in sight of McThirsty's, I would chase you away. You got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go.
You
can't do that. Guess what? I am, though.
I remember them, like, people come and use the bathroom, and you're like,
oh, no.
You would flip off.
I hated that so bad.
Yeah, you're like, I pay for that. That was a thing. I did not blame you. I mean, it needed to happen. But, the right-of-ways are rough. I don't know.
It's a state trunk line, and I don't know.
Does it?
Chris was reading on AI. We can enforce our ordinances even on state trunk lines.
I would say so. And
I got a good one for you that I am all in a mix with county commission. So all right, I feel bad. We pulled county commission in the conversation of this, and it started with John with the housing them at the Armor.
Yes.
Let me tell you, a couple of commissioners got all defensive about that. Right?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
and I think I know why.
And one or two of them are like, "This is a city problem." Okay, so you're telling me that if it's in the city, it's a city problem. If it's in one of the townships or one of the villages, it's the village or township's problem.
Okay.
The county has no responsibility here. None at all. None at all. That is a nice position to be in now, isn't it?
They're treating homeless people like the roads. That's a township road. That's a village road.
Wow, we'll patch the holes, but we ain't gonna fix it. We're in definitely a government. Technically,
it's passing the buck.
The county is safe, and that isn't their responsibility.
No, they're not wrong.
Boy, what a nice position it is to be in. It's harder to be a township trustee than it is a goddamn county commissioner. I'll tell you that.
But that to me is like the township going, the homeless people, but that's the property owner's problem.
Right.
It's still it's
shit rolls downhill.
Well, same thing with back to the data centers.
The state, the state, not my responsibility. Falls on the county. It ain't mine. It goes shit rolls downhill.
The data centers going to Ohio, Indiana, wherever, using the water. Or we want to use our Great Lakes water. Well, they're going to use it in a different state.
By the way, I happened to be talking or reading deep dive into Gemini. By the way, that's AI.
Yeah.
And about a town outside, I forget the name of it, outside of Chicago. And it's like the, one of the largest oil refinery distributions in the nation.
Is it Joliet?
I don't remember.
I think I saw the same article.
Up against Lake Michigan. And, it's just a huge industrial oil hub, has been forever. And the amount of water they use.
Oh, yeah, I saw the same article.
But they have a recycling system where they recycle it and put it back out in the ocean.
Yeah, that's what
not. I mean, the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
And
it's been around for.
Yeah. Well, when it's disrupted, it affects our gas prices here in Jackson, Michigan.
Speaking of gas prices, did you know that we this is a national thing, but we only import about 20% of our crude oil. Most of it's still created in the United States. Well, that means that Strait of Hormuz bullshit is.
Trump's been saying we only take in like 3% or less than with the Strait of Hormuz.
So I saw something,
but it's a market thing.
Yeah,
it's a whole market thing, and that it disrupts the market, which affects us. Sounds like a bunch of horse shit.
It is a bunch. It's like the stock market's up. Why? No one knows.
Guess what?
Because someone said so.
Stock market's hitting all-time highs.
Yeah.
All right, Trump, that's great. How does that affect my life other than my wife's 401?
Yeah, I mean, it
doesn't help me right now at the grocery store. It doesn't help me at the pump. It doesn't help me at the auto mechanic.
It's gone up.
Nothing's
gone down with the stock market up. I mean,
by the way, currently, Trump's been announcing that Walmart has agreed to drop grocery prices. Right. And we've been through this before. When and if Walmart does that, if Trump is correct, that'll make the rest of them drop. And then today, some chain, I think in Florida, announced that they're going to follow suit. I will, since I do the grocery shop in my home, I will be the determination of that at the Polly's Country Market. Because let me tell you, I think they're up a little bit compared to 6 months ago.
I think I agree on some things.
Eggs are cheap,
but I went from eggs and pork. But I've noticed a year ago I was like, every time I walk into Myers, I might as well charge me $50 cover charge. But now I'm down to $35-$40.
I had an expensive week. I was telling Sarah, I usually go. How's that go? 60, and then I shop on Friday for 3 days, and it's usually a little over 100.
Right.
Last week, for one reason, it was 130, 144, 160. I'm like, hey, Mrs. Russ, we got to clamp down.
Something's going on.
Well, we were experimenting with new foods and different stuff on the flat top and whatever. It wasn't that price. Grocery prices went up.
Probably bought some more beef or something because beef is stupid.
Right. It is. And I'm buying tri-tip tonight.
Oh,
By the way,
Mm.
tri-tip isn't a bad value in beef. It gets a little bit of beef in you. By the way, I'm not a fan of tri-tip anymore. I mean, it's great. Throw it on the grill.
Yeah, it's good.
But so I'm buying a tri-tip for tonight just because we've had chicken and pork and seafood.
I just bought pork chops yesterday.
Every now and then you just got to get some beef in you.
Yeah. I'll get burger because you need that protein.
By the way, I'm a hot dog fan.
Yeah, I love
all hot dogs. Does not matter what kind.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't matter. All beef hot dogs I'm not a big fan of.
Okay.
I like
the snappy ones.
Ballpark. And I like just a Frank.
Okay.
I'm sure it's made with chicken lips and chicken
whatever.
Right. It's my favorite.
I like bologna.
They're
too.
$1 cheaper than the beef one.
Oh yeah.
Because beef's so high.
Did you know? I noticed in the hot dog aisle, in the hot dog section, chicken hot dogs are become there's more options for chicken hot dogs out of nowhere.
No, I'm never. I'll eat a chicken hot dog.
They're not
I'm
bad.
not a chicken hot dog fan.
They're not bad. Honestly, I get the bar S ones. They're like $1.
I don't do bar S. I don't like them.
Now, however, I got some. I don't know what brand it was, but something at Aldi's, and they were they're a weird color. I mean, they weren't bad, but but you could as soon as you ate them, they had a different texture and everything. And I don't know.
Sometimes the weird texture comes from a beef hot dog. So the only time I get my wife to eat a hot dog is if I buy Nathan's and I put them on the flat top.
Steve's the same way.
Nathan's got a funny weird texture to it.
Steve will only eat. I think it's Nathan's.
Oh, that's a good dog.
It's all right.
I like a cheap Ballpark.
Yeah,
Frank.
I really like hot dogs with cheese in them.
I'm going to go home and eat a hot dog when I get home.
I need to go to the grocery store. I think I'm probably going to get some hot dogs.
And
I sneak.
And you know what? I don't even need to buy buns. I'll put it on a slice of bread with some mustard.
I'll eat it
a little
straight out of the fridge.
I eat them straight out of the fridge all the time.
I usually
stand right there.
Well, I administer Freya's vitamins and stuff because she's older now. With hot dogs, but it's usually half a hot dog for her, and then I eat the other half raw.
Kevin, I think we hit our marks
today. I think we hit everything. We covered a lot of ground today, which is rare.
We didn't solve any problems. Did we solve the homeless problem? No. Are we going to? No.
No, we didn't solve that. We didn't solve the GOP.
We're pretty smart guys.
No birthplace of the GOP solved. We don't know who the governor is going to be. We know it's not going to be Carla.
I'm probably in the Perry Johnson category.
I have a tendency.
I'm going against Trump's endorsement, which bothers me. But I
also think Trump kind of jumped the gun.
Trump does that. Somewhere down the line, since he serves in Congress, they look juice there or something. Plus, maybe the whole thing that Perry Johnson ran against him for president.
I doubt it.
Yeah, that stuff bothers him for a little while.
Yeah, well, he probably
one of these days
he knows Perry Johnson's name, and one day there'll be a business plan or a business deal that will go sour because of
they're
it.
Both billionaires.
Yeah,
one's a bigger billionaire, but both billionaires, and they're both about the same age.
Yeah,
you think they'd be bubs?
They might be. They probably have golfed together. I don't know.
If Perry golfs, I'm sure they would.
I'm sure he golfs. Oh, he's an old dude billionaire. He golfs.
It should be fun. We're going to be done with this August 6th. Let's get it behind us. So
no, we're only kind of done with it.
Get elected the nominee, whoever.
Yeah, and then we just have to pray that in November they don't vote in Democrats, and then we're all right.
Well, that's the strategy. We have to pick the one that's best suited to beat Jocelyn Benson. And I tell you the truth,
I don't think John James is the one.
If you're a Perry Johnson supporter, you claim it's him, and if you're a John James supporter, you claim it's John. And I don't know. I think our chances are the same either way. I'm worried about it.
I'm midway between both of them, and I think that John James is the least likely to beat the Democrat.
It's a feel.
Anyways,
it's not scientific.
Yeah, no, there's no science behind it.
All right, runs through some things.
Yeah, I'll pull up the website.
How about that? Under the Oak podcast drops not this Wednesday, but the
following Wednesday. Yep.
And that was with our special guest. I was the host, and our special guest was the Jackson County prosecutor, Kelsey Gurney.
Yeah, it was a great show.
It was a great show.
It was a great show. I can't wait to get it out.
Week from Wednesday, last Wednesday of the month.
Uh-huh.
We have a door launch for Kathy Schmaltz, July 31st at 2 p.m. Kathy Schmaltz needs the help, people. And we're going to knock doors July 31st at 2 p.m. Probably bring up the website, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. There it is.
in order to find out the location, because we don't want infiltrators messing with us, you have to email Trent at michiganforward.com, or just get a hold of me and I can get a hold of them. Knocking doors for the Kathy Schmaltz. I went to the Rear Farm and did that. Endorsements. We talked about endorsements. We had some endorsement problems over the weekend. Vance Patrick out of Oakland County kind of endorsed Perry Johnson, and our state chair, Jim Rumstead, thought he needed to chime in on that. If I was Jim Rumstead, I would have been like, that ain't none of my business.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah, that was
Let's see. Big news coming on us fast. Business leadership, Jackson GOP business leadership luncheon with Kathy Schmaltz, July 30th, right here at the Jackson GOP headquarters, 11 o'clock. We're feeding people lunch. Go to the website, jacksongop.org, and you can find out more about that. We're encouraging business leaders from around Jackson County to join us to ask you, the business owner, what can we do for you? 300 Club. Jackson GOP has several ways to become a member. We have membership categories. One of the coolest one is the 300 Club for $300. You get to meet with like-minded individuals and super cool guests at Steve's Ranch the last Saturday of the month for breakfast. Pretty much anybody's invited, but we encourage you to go to jacksongop.org and check out our membership options. You can also do your small donor donations at jacksongop.org. This is a new one. Jackson Women's Coalition. The first ever meeting is July 22nd. That's right. We're creating a Jackson County Women's Club. Super cool. Women are invited. 6 p.m. July 22nd. It's $15, includes dinner. And the women,
it'll probably be delicious.
It'll probably be delicious. I don't even know what they're making, because guess what? It's the women's club, and I don't have to organize it. But that's July 22nd right here at the beautiful Jackson GOP or Jackson GOP headquarters. You can go to jacksongop.org and find out more about the Women's Coalition. That's what it's called. Get this, Kevin. Landon, our Turning Point Youth Chair, is hooked up with the youth chair in Kalamazoo and the youth chair in Lenawee County, and they are going to do a Charlie Kirk dinner right here at the Jackson GOP headquarters, and they're going to sell pulled pork and yummy food like that, and that's on September 26th. JacksonGOP.org for information and tickets on that. I think it's like 50.
Oh, here it is. Here we go.
I think it's like $50 is all. These kids ain't charging much. But yeah, there. That looks good.
Pulled pork, salad bar, mashed potatoes, asparagus, coleslaw, mac and cheese, rolls.
I think it's $50.
I'm looking for a price. I don't see a price.
It's a fundraiser for those organizations right there. The Lenawee County Youth Republicans, the Kalamazoo Young Conservatives, and they've added the Jackson Youth Coalition. That's an old flyer. I'll have Chris change that.
Okay.
Golf outing. September 11th. In remembrance of September 11th, the Jackson GOP is hosting a golf outing at the Clark Lake Golf Course.
Okay.
Like $400 a team.
Is that it right there?
There
it is. There it is.
You can choose between 18 holes or 9 holes, because if you know anything about the Clark Lake Golf Course, that's a 36-hole golf course. It's very beautiful. By the way, I heard that it's been purchased by the owners of Calderon Golf Course.
And Calderon's a nice golf course.
I think it's right there. Calderon
Clark Lake Golf Club. I did a wedding out there one time. It's the only time I've ever been to that.
Anybody around here? It's the Clark Lake Golf.
It's nice
golf course. But yeah, we have a golf outing coming up September 11th, and we're gonna remember the 9/11.
Yeah,
it was a horrible day.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's crazy that kids nowadays.
By the way, jacksongop.org to register. Right there it is.
Right here. Click that button right there.
We're almost done. No, we are done.
I think that's the end of the website. Yeah. That's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the website.
Mhm.
JacksonGOP.org. Thanks everybody for watching us today.
Yeah, we actually, like I said, we actually kind of got things done. We didn't solve anything, but we got things done. we never make it all the way through our agenda. So, yeah, guys, make sure you like the
we can
stream.
Get a guest in here next week, I guess.
Like the stream, follow if you're not already, and of course hit that repost button. And we'll be back next Monday, maybe with a guest, maybe not. Maybe we'll just not. Who knows? But
birthplace of the Republican Party.
Yep.
Under the Oaks, Jackson, Michigan.
Jackson, Michigan.
54.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Oh, wrong button. There we go.